Well, I started out as a helper, and I worked as a helper for about 2 weeks, and the supervisor came out on the route. He seen the guy that I was working with, said that I was a very good helper, and I was a man that was doing a good job, and so we had a man that to quit, and the supervisor, he felt like if anybody was eligible for the particular job, that I would be, and so he asked me, would I be interested in having a truck, a route. You think I could pull it? So remarks that I made, I said, well, have the route ever been pulled? He said, yeah, it's been pulled. I said, well, I think if any other man can pull it, I can pull it. He said, well, beginning in the morning, if you got commercialized, you start to work. I mean, to me, I like to be alone. I like to do my thing. Nobody, pressing me. I just like out here. I work just as hard if they had 50 bosses over me. You don't have to have nobody over me to do a job. I know what I'm hired for. I do the job. When I get places I don't want to do the man's job, I tell them to pay me because I'm ready to quit. So this is life. It's no more than fair. You treat a man fair. You look to be also treated the same way. Do a good job, you have to love the individuals that you're working with. And also you have to love and take interest in your job that you're doing. This is why, to me, when I go home at night, I'm just worried about my route and it is the supervisor if I don't get through. Because I want to do a good job, and even to the day that I get ready to quit. If I get ready to quit, I'm not going to give any of them no hassle. I'm not going to get ugly about it. I'm going to tell them in a decent way, because I always remember this: you never burn your bridge that cross you over, because you never know when you want to come back. Well, I just empty can, and when I empty can, that this garbage, this jewelry box fell out. So I first opened it, and there's so many nice watches and big diamonds, and so by me never had no diamonds. I really didn't know too much value of it, and then I thought it maybe just a lot of old jewelry, people were throwing away. But what really drew my attention to it, I found the check that was made out to for the lady. She worked at SMU, and it just had been, made just 2 or 3 days, and I wouldn't see why a person would throw a good check away. And this guy had all kind of checks made out, I guess, to his dividend that he was paying to his stockholders and different things. All that was stolen, and they were still in date, 3 or 4 days old. So that made me know that undoubtedly somebody stole this. They threw it away through a mistake. And so I carried it to the office and, gave him the check and told him about when they contacted the lady, and then she found out. She really was rejoicing over, the recovering of it.
How much was the jewelry worth?
I imagine that the jewelry worth, maybe all together with jewelry and checks and all, around about $30,000 or $40,000.
Did you get a reward or something?
That lady gave me $13 and a box of Russell Stover candy, and I gave her candy back because I told her I was too fatty to begin, and I was on a diet and I need any candy, We're talking about the difference between the two neighborhoods now. Out of my route, I have two, what you would call, I guess you would call, the other routes is more classy than this one. And the peoples here are poor, true enough. But this is why I think about it's a lack of knowledge. It's the main thing here, because a person poor, that still don't keep them from being clean, And most of them over here seem not to care. I mean, we try hard to do a good job and pick up as we should, but still, without their cooperation, don't make us look the best, because they don't take pride in putting the garbage out like they should. They just throw it out any kind of way, any kind of bag, not sufficient cans and stuff like that, and it makes our job a little harder. I don't care how poor an individual is. One thing about it, he can have dignity. He can be clean, and have some care. And so it's just a difference between the upgraded peoples than these. So, because ain't nobody born no poorer than me. Is that right? That's it. So I made one vow in life. When people talked about race, I talked about this. I said, only way the white man, anybody else can keep me down, he got to get down and hold me. As long as he holding me, he can't progress. So he ain't gonna like that, so he got to turn me loose and we all gonna progress, you know. So that's the way I see life. I'm just as happy as I was putting on a new suit to go to church when I come to work. And that's might seem silly to, you know, a lot of people say, man, you love to haul garbage. I love it. I mean, it makes me laugh. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't stay here no 10 years. I got jobs offered to me every day just as much money over. I mean, but just one of those things, you know. So, like I say, I'm living off of it, you know. So, right now, if you stop and think about it, the city of Dallas have opened it up where I was able to make just as much money as any school teacher. How many people make $300 a week? You think about it. I get an office job. I can get a traveling salesman, a lot of them. I mean, long hours, away from home on the weekends and all this here. But just think about it. I'm clearing $225 a week take home. That's $1,000 monthly. That's $12,000 a year. I consider $12,000 a year is a nice salary, you know, with the benefits and all that. So, you know, that's it. So, that's about it. This is the way that I've always seen life. I felt like this. If one individual could do something, I could. And I also feel as this. If it's not, first thing, a man got to have an aim in life. What he wants to be. And I felt like this, if there's be two people in the world make it, that I was going to be one of them, you know. So, only way race can't keep me down. By being black, that don't mean nothing. Because I feel like this, if a man will prepare himself, that he's able to get the job that he wants. And no, boy don't have anything to do with it. It's the ambition. It's what a man thinks within his own mind, what he want to be. You can be a drag, or you can do good. It's just left up to you. You know what you want to make out of life. If I want to haul garbage the rest of my life, if I don't want to better my condition, well, that's it, you know. So, okay, you can cut it off. Now I'm going to get this can over here.